Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday afternoon, September 25th. Almost said the 3rd. 25th. We're looking at window traders' market profile of the ES and NQ. Well, ES, very disappointing if you're a bull. They stretched the balance high in the daily by 5 ticks. Now, again, I don't want to rag on the bulls because we did make an all-time high today in ES, SPX, and the Dow again. Now, SPY did not. Again, that's because of the dividends. SPY missed the all-time high by 99 cents. But SPY right now and ES still balance on the daily. 5-day balance. All we did was stretch it barely. Now, NQ made higher highs today. I'm calling them up on both the weekly and the daily. Okay? They got some good legs in B period, and then they saw this daunting gap staring them in the face. Look at this. And they said, nah, we're not going to do that today. So we didn't even get into the gap, and then they pulled back. We attempted to go trend down in ES twice. 2 small sets. Took them back. ES ends up with just an afternoon rally high in J and a day's high and low. And Q ends up with an afternoon rally high in J, but they do have a 10-wide point of control. Righty is now down on the daily. They took out not only they one time framing down 4 days in a row out of an inside day, they took out that balance low from Fed Day. So Righty having some issues. They're down on the daily. Horrible range today, under just about $3 in ES. Volume stinks. Volume right now is 35 million. It's not going to be in the top 10, but it's horrible. Had a good day today. I missed a fantastic opportunity in the afternoon, which would have been my only afternoon trade. We'll get to that in a second. I did take a short in ES to front run the overnight high because they were opening close to it. They got it right away. I held on to it for a while. It came back in. I took it off for a 2-point loss. Not a big deal. I don't mind that. It was only a 1 lot. I lost $100 to start. It's worth that risk reward at times. Because a lot of times, they'll front run it and they'll come in maybe 8 points or so real quick. So I don't mind that. Now, I was long in NQ for the morning. I took the long to get the overnight high in A. Because look where we opened. A lot different than ES. Okay? So I took the long, I wish I took the long down there. I took the long as we got closer to the overnight high to get that. I took the long in B period to get A's high and then ebb and flowed that. So B period was a very nice time frame for me. And then in C period, I took the long because we had some decent ebb and flow going. So B period, I took the long to get A's high, the long at the turnover because the algos were pushing up and ebb and flow. So B was really nice. C was an okay time frame. Again, took some longs on ebb and flow, and then it took out B's low, and that was the end of that. I took a long in E period when they pulled back to go back to pocket the time in NQ. Now, the trade I missed, and boy, oh boy, it wasn't for lack of trying. We hadn't gotten the IB yet in NQ. And H opened, and as soon as H took out F slow, it started free falling. 3 times, I don't mark it in. I always try to hit a limit. A lot of times, so in other words, if it's coming in, it's trading at 170, I'll try to, boom, I'll put an order in to sell at 68. But it went so fast. 3 times I tried to click. And again, I don't know exactly where it was, but I'll say 68, 58, and again, maybe at 48. Didn't get any of them. So that would have been a really nice trade. That was a 5 lot. And then I had to make sure I canceled all of them before it went back up. So, little frustrated on that I didn't get those. That would have been a really nice trade. Probably would have been at least a 20-point. Even if I got it at 48. Well, 48 would have only paid me maybe 10 or 12 points. But believe me, I was trying before that. So it would have been a really nice trade. And then after that, the afternoon was slop. Absolute slop. It wasn't a trade that I wanted at all. Now look at this after hours. Look at this. We stayed in this range all afternoon. Look where NQ is trading. Oh, you know what? I think Micron's earnings are out. I believe Micron's earnings came out after the close today. So that might be why NQ is pushing up. So again, a good day. I was really frustrated at myself for missing that trade. As far as destinations, ES is high, all-time high, 98.75. And then today's low, we have the afternoon rally high at 83 and today's low of 68. SPY, it's a monthly high, not an all-time high, 571.89. Afternoon rally high at 570.38. And today's low of 568.91. Now, I really want to show you ES and NQ real quickly on the charts. So first off, ES. They're still up on the monthly and weekly. Still balanced on the daily. You don't call the daily up when you stretch it by 5 ticks. So they are still balanced. But I want to show you NQ because I think they have changed. So I'm calling the weekly up now. One time frame and up for 3 weeks. Got to give them their due. And the daily, yesterday I'd still called it balanced. Now I know it came back in, but I am going to call them up for now. If they take out today's low tomorrow, we'll be back to balance. But for now, I'm going to give them their due and say they're up on the daily. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Enjoy your evening, and we will speak prior to the opening tomorrow.